tell my DJ to pull the brakes. Because if he doesn't do, we will play more songs till 11 o'clock. Well, it will be time for us to walk out of the studio. But then we still have to do more because we have a brother with us in the studio where we are about to even do more. Let me say thank you to you for making it happen, Chief. For making this happen, Chief Abiola. Yeah, Chief Abiola is already here. And D-Crime is saying that, I mean, you have to say hi to official Praiz for me in the building. I'm tuned in. Yes, Praiz, D-Crime is saying hi to you.
Hey, my bro, D-Crime. Blesses my
He's
bro.
actually welcoming you before I am going to do that.
Oh, bless. I know, bro. He's my bro.
I know, right? Are you enjoying Ghana
Yo,
so far?
bro. I mean, every time I come to Ghana, I'm always having a great time. You know, like I have my family here, Abiola. I mean, I'm not talking about my industry brothers. You know, like my brothers. I have Abiola, Kula Perry. Like I have a lot of people here. So I mean, every time I come here, it's always a vibe. It's always a great vibe. You know?
Is this official that Ghana is the second home for most Nigerians?
I won't even lie. Yes, bro. I would like. Those that know, no. Ghana is the second home for Nigerians. It's very restful. That's the word. It's very, you know, like Nigeria is fast.
I know.
It's very fast. You know, we just come here and everything is just chill. People are happy. Like people are very friendly. You know, so I mean, it's always a great time to always come to Ghana.
So is that why then our Nigerian brothers always come here to promote their works because the place is cool and calm?
You know, I mean, if you tell over the last 3 years, you know, like the music sound has had that fusion of the Ghanaian sound, the Ghana bounce, you know. So I mean, Nigerians we really rock with the Ghanaian sound also, you know. So we always come here to learn, to network, to create friendship, create bonds. I mean, to just take it to a whole new level.
Now, I was so happy. At least I've listened to a couple of your songs, and I know already you've started doing stuff with Ghanaians.
Yeah, a long time ago.
I know. I've heard something with you and Sarkodie.
Yeah.
And there is something good with you and Stonebwoy.
Yeah.
Anytime you do such collaborations with our Ghanaian brothers, how far do the songs go?
Yo, like they really go far. You know, the good one thing about collaboration is it brings two different bases together, two different nationalities together. It unites people even more, you know. And I mean, I've had songs with Stonebwoy. That song right now is one of the biggest songs in Chile.
Wow.
You know, Me and You with Sarkodie is one of my most streamed songs on Spotify. Is on 4.8 million streams on Spotify. You know, so it's always important to do collaborations. Aside the fact that it unites people, you know, it brings two bases together.
Now, in selecting who you would do such a collaboration with, do you look at just talent, or you look at the person's fan base as well, how huge the person is, or any talented person who might not even be known, you can work with him or her?
Yeah. For me, I'm people who know me know Praiz as a true musician. You know, like. I mean, there's the business side of the music and there's also the art side of the music, and I don't like to just stick to only the business side, you know, because if you do that, that means you're losing art. Because most of the amazing or most talented people are not yet popular yet.
I see.
You know, and if you're one who wants to put out great music, you know, sometimes I think you need to just come down from your high horse, you know, and just make great music, you know, put someone on, you know. So I mean, I've been doing that for a while. Like I mean, I collaborate with people who I know are amazingly well and the world needs to hear, but are not as popular as they should be. You know?
And does it always end well, knowing that okay, this person might not be very popular, but he's talented, he can give me the quality music I'm looking for?
Yeah, definitely. To be honest, it's about, for me, it's two things. It's about making great music, and it's also about giving someone that opportunity that if I was in that person's shoes, I'll be looking for. You know, because like I try to swap or switch situations. I try to put myself in people's shoes. If I'm the one trying to ask you for help, you know, like I know how good I am. Like I know how good I am, and I come to meet you, and I'm like, boss, please, I'd like to make a song with you. You know, like, yeah, someone who, I mean, you inspire my work, because obviously you're ahead, you know, and I will be hoping that you would listen to my stuff, and if it's good, you would like to encourage my art, you know. So I try to put myself in people's shoes.
All right, so ladies and gentlemen, the voice you're hearing is Praiz,
Yes,
our Nigerian brother who is here with us. We have the real talk. We have the real talk. Maybe you are now about joining the fan base. Let's get to know the music journey of Praiz, how it all started for him, and how far he's gotten so far.
Yeah, well, my musical journey started. Let me just cut to the background, the beginning. You know, like for me, my introduction into fame was from Project Fame. The maiden edition of MTN Project Fame West Africa.
The one in Inyanya was also.
Yeah. Inyanya, there's Ni. You know Ni.
Yeah, Ni in Ghana. Yeah, I know.
Yeah. You know, Inyanya was first. Ni was second. I came third. And for me, that was the beginning of my musical journey. That's the beginning of my musical journey. I came third, and I mean, I came out after the show. It was an introduction to reality, because what I thought in the house would be outside wasn't what was happening. It was like, yo, hardship, you know, like
reality check.
Yeah, trust me, like thank you, like reality check, and it was such a hard time for me, because I mean, I won ₦1 million then, won a car, but you know, I'm a very family oriented person, and at that point in time, my family was going through a lot of things, you know, and I was supposed to use the money for my
recording and promotions.
But I mean, I had to put family first, and you know, I don't regret doing that, because I mean, there are a lot of blessings I actually enjoy today that I never ever thought in my life I would ever.
So you spent all on the family,
yes,
or maybe a portion? All?
I gave all. I gave all.
I see. So how was your first recording and promotions done? Because that was the money given to you and your car.
Yeah. So
what type of car was that?
It was a Toyota Yaris.
Oh, Toyota Yaris.
Yeah.
I know. GH Kwakuska.
So you know, it was really tough. But the good thing for me was, before I went to the show, I was a studio producer. I was a studio rap, and I had access to studios, in as much as I couldn't always use the studio every time, because the people who were in charge of the studio were trying to be. They didn't want me to always use the studio, and it's a situation that a lot of artists have been through. You know, nothing's really happening in the studio, but they don't just want you to use the studio. You know. So I had my trying times. I told my dad that I need to head back to Lagos. You know, like, because I was staying in the northern part of Nigeria, Kaduna to be precise, and he was like, you know, just stay, just keep going. I'm like, no, it doesn't work like that. Yeah, either where it's happening or not. So he was like, okay, think about it. I'd already made up my mind, and eventually I told him I didn't need to go. So he gave me his blessings. I went to Lagos, and I went to Lagos not knowing anybody.
I see.
Yeah, and
real struggle.
bro, it was a real struggle. So I visited one of my friends who comes to Kaduna at that point, and I was sleeping in his sitting room. I mean, this was a time where if I go out on the street, people know me.
Yeah, because for being on TV
for
about
3 months. Yeah. So I mean, I was sleeping on the carpet in his sitting room. I wake up before everybody. I'll sweep. Like, even when he goes to work, I would go arrange his bed, wash the plates, you know, just ensure that everything's okay. So I mean, someone doesn't throw me, at least when he sees these things, he's like, okay, this guy's he's even doing something in the house. You know, and after 2 weeks he was like, Praiz, I think you need to look for somewhere else to stay. So that's crazy. Like, this is a town, like, I don't even really know anybody. Like, I don't know anybody, and nobody. Lagos is a town that, I mean, they don't just help you like that, you know. And so one day I went out and I saw this guy I met in Abuja, one of my auditions I went for, and he was like, yo, what's happening? I'm like, I'm good. Like, I just came. Well, I lied. I was like, well, I just came to see one of my uncles, and though I'm looking for somewhere to stay, but I'm going back to Kaduna. And he was like, you can come stay at my place, you know. And I'm like, are you serious? He's like, yeah. So I mean, that's the way God just just took me out from where I was going to be evicted, and I squatted with my friend, and the hustle was on, I went for shows.
Was he also a musician, that friend?
He was a producer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he was a producer. And for me, I just kept pushing, went to events, uninvited, tried to just take pictures. And so people would just say, okay, I think that I know that guy. That's the guy that was on that show, you know. And sometimes I'll call the winner at that year and I'll be like, bro, I mean, if you're going for any event, just let me know so we'll go together. You know, so people, I mean, once they see you, they know, okay, yeah, this guy's from the same show. You know, other times I beg people to perform for free. They'll tell me, no, you don't have any song. We know you're on TV, but you don't have any song to perform. And it was quite a struggle, you know. But I kept pushing. Then one time I made a song with Jesse Jaggs a long time ago. The song never came out, but MI had it, and he was like, okay, who did the song? And I was like, Praiz from Project Fame. And he got my number and he called me, and we did a song called Epic. It was one of the biggest songs, one of the biggest collaborations.
So you were on Epic?
Yeah, I was on Epic.
Wow, Stick, I'm sure you have to look for it. It's a song I like, seriously.
Yo, so I mean, people were like, who did the song? People were like, yo, he sounds like John Legend. I'm like, oh, well, that's Shibu's pocket. That's your pocket. You know, like, but I mean, it reintroduced me, and people were like, okay, oh, we know this guy. So I mean, that was an avenue for me to even start pushing even more. And as God will have it, I got signed to a label. And I mean, the journey has been a blessed one. Won awards. I've been given keys to the city in a country that's not my birth, and just many things that in my life I never thought I was going to achieve.
This is very inspirational and motivational. So if you are listening to us and you are an up and coming artist and maybe you're also going through struggles, don't ever think that that is going to be the end of the story.
Definitely.
One day you also be interviewed somewhere in Los Angeles and be telling your story, just as our brother Praiz is telling us our story. And now, can we have the song now? Alright, so ladies and gentlemen, in case you don't know his story, this was how his breakthrough started. Praiz and M.I. Abaga on this one called Epic. Remember, this is not the radio friendly one, so it is okay, it happens but once. So Praiz, were you paid at that time when he called you for this contribution? Were you paid?
No, I wasn't. For me, it was a stepping stone I needed in my career. It was a move I needed to take me to the next level. You know, I mean, I'm an upcoming artist, you know, and someone who has already achieved a lot of greatness and success in the industry calls you to do a hook. And I mean, you don't think about money. You should not think about money. You know, you should think about delivering. Ensuring that when people listen to what you've done, they'll be like, this guy did it. You know, so for me, that it was all about the hustle. Yeah, has always been about the hustle. Will always be about the hustle. You know. So
when the song Epic started making waves, what was the follow up like? Was that how your record label came into being?
Yeah, that's how. Yeah, that's how I got offers from people, and I got signed. And I mean, that's how it started. That's like this song actually was the beginning of greater things
to come. Now, as a new artist from a reality show, gotten a call from a record label for a signing. What were your demands, or what were you giving?
I wasn't giving anything. I had a good contract. It was a good contract. I won't even lie, it was a good contract. I mean, a contract where you're giving 80%. You know, and label
80% of your performance and mechanical.
And label takes 20%. It was a good contract. It's different. For some people, they give you things, they give you incentives, but they also use that to hold you at the end of the day. You know, very few people would give you, say, okay, take a car, and I mean, it's yours, or take this, is yours. You know, but I mean, I had a good contract. You know, I would never ever fault that.
Is it the same label you're working with now?
Yes.
What is it called?
It's called Extreme Music.
Extreme Music.
Yeah, it's about to be my 10th year.
10th year working with them. Then I want to believe it has been very successful.
Yeah,
because artists don't stay with record labels.
Yeah, no. I always want to be different, and whenever I decide to take my exit, it should be on good terms and in a very respectful way. You know, I hate grudge. I hate burnt bridges. You know, because you never know tomorrow. Because the person who you think you're trying to rubbish today might be the person who is holding the pen to sign your next big move or one major move. You know, so I love to keep relationships.
Do you know when I heard your name first in the reality show, I thought you were doing gospel music.
Oh yeah, it's my name by birth, you know.
Actually thought, okay, so this might be a gospel artist because his name is Praiz, and anytime you hear Praiz, and
praise the Lord. I know. Like people forget that praise is just a word, like okay, like to adore something.
I know, but you know, in Africa, when you hear praise
the Lord.
I know, right? We are just putting our hands in the air, singing praises to the Most High God. But then I don't know if that culture is also in Nigeria. Here in Ghana, artists are doing their own record labels. Like Stonebwoy will have his Benetton Music Group, Shatta will have his SM Music, Sarkodie Success, and it goes on like that. Is it the same story in Nigeria, or you guys have investors putting money into your trade?
Well, right now, a lot of artists are going independent. They've been trying to, or they found a way to be their own support system, you know. So, I mean, same way you have like Sack Music, you have Stonebwoy has his own imprint, you know, same way in Nigeria. Same way.
But you have been able to stay with a label for 10 years, so
yeah, I mean,
it means those who are invested into music in Nigeria, they are making the profits. The story might not be the same in Ghana.
Well, the thing is, it takes a lot of patience. Because I mean, when I got signed, I did not have my first big song until 4 years later. You know, so I mean, it's one thing to work with people who, and that's another reason why I decided to stay with my people. Because I mean, I never like to forget where I'm coming from. I mean, if you believed in me at my zero, why should I leave you at when I'm 100? You know, like I always want it to be reciprocal. You know, so that's just it for me.
We're still having a real talk with Praiz from Nigeria here. Now, coming from a reality show background, did they add something more to your career?
Yes, definitely. They taught me, I mean, I learned how to sing rightly, how to perform rightly. So before I went for the show, I used to be one who, whenever I'm singing, I would like to just shout. You know, like it was skill that was not tamed. You know, so now it was just raw talent that I was just given, but I learned how to sing properly. You know, without shouting, singing techniques. I learned singing techniques. I learned performance. You know, like so it actually taught me a lot. You know, these are things that actually right now I just use for my performances. You know, like and I mean, comes in handy.
Now the argument is that Praiz is an R&B singer.
Yeah, I am. Like I mean, if you wake me up, Praiz sing, I'll sing. You know, and I mean. With all due respect, I'm the king of R&B in Africa by God's grace.
Wow.
You know, and I mean, looking at the award, looking at the awards in the continent, and I mean back home. I mean, I think it's safe for me to say that
you are the king of R&B.
Yeah, bro. Like I mean, if you hear Praiz, that's I mean, you know, it's you know, Praiz is R&B. But one thing is, over the years, I've learned that versatility is key in the life of an artist. You know, you need to be able to give your fans different vibes. You know, and I've been able to master that act because you can't just feed your fans just one sound. You need to be able to bring variety. You cannot just eat. You can't just eat fufu and light soup morning, afternoon, night. Morning, afternoon, night. Sometimes you need to eat Ghana jollof or what's that? What you know. So I mean, you just need to give them different things, you know. So for me, I'm R&B. If you listen to most of my songs, regardless of what genre I do, you would always hear the foundation of R&B in it. You always hear the foundation of soul in it. And I mean, with that, I don't joke about it.
I am so happy that you have admitted that you are the king of R&B in Africa. But then some people also hold the view that in Africa, songs like R&B, they don't sell because most Africans would like the jumpy songs where they would like to dance. So I don't know how you are breaking the market.
You know, we Africans, we believe in hype. First of all, you know, like we like hype. And once they go to the club and once they go to the club, they don't hear your song. They believe you're not popping. They believe you're not making money. You know, I would do some gigs that a lot of people don't even know about. Like I do private gigs. Invite me. I come with my band and I'm singing my R&B songs, and I go back home and my account is fat. You know, but it's not an event that's publicized. Like for R&B singers, we have a niche market. One, we have the people who are our main market, you know, and we do a lot of gigs, but our music is not about hype. So people would never understand that doing a certain kind of music pays, and also it takes a lot of patience to be able to do R&B music, because first of all you need to stamp yourself as, okay, this is the sound.
Allow it to get into the people.
Yeah. You know, like for me, I had to be smart. You know, so also as a musician and as a businessman, you need to be smart. If you realize that when you see that people think that doing a certain kind of music will not make you mainstream, you first give them your R&B 1, 2. What I did was I gave them R&B first single, second single. My third single, I give them something else. I give them what they believed was mainstream. You know. And funny enough, sadly, that was when they said, "Oh, Praiz is now mainstream." And when I now got them, I now brought them back to my R&B. And bro, they're taking it.
So that does it mean because you are not looking for that hype from music and therefore staying with your R&B, your popularity is somehow questioned in Nigeria?
No, my popularity in Nigeria is not questioned, because I mean, people know me. Anywhere I go, people know me. I'm just not the one on the blogs every day. I avoid scandals. I mean, when you see me, you see me.
Right, the ladies don't come to you.
I mean, you sing for the ladies, bro.
So how are you able to avoid such scandals and all?
I'm a very cautious person, and I get vibes from people. You know, like if you have a good spirit, I know. If you have a bad spirit, I know. Like, so I can discern. You know, and I mean, also have good people around me. And when I say good people, I don't really have a lot of friends. I have family around me. I have people who I grew up with, people who I know before fame, people who, even at this moment, if I do something that's wrong, if this thing is supposed to be like this, and I put it like this, they'll tell me, but it's not supposed to be like this. And I listen. You know, so I surround myself with people who tell me the truth. You know, so there's no way, once you have people who tell you the truth, you can't go wrong.
I see.
You can never go wrong.
Are you still an ambassador for MTN?
Yeah, 7 years and counting.
Then Praiz has really fat account.
And
then really the account is fat now, I believe. Let's take a go and bring a pen. Praiz will be signing some checks before you leave here. Wow. Is it because of your placement in the reality show that's why you got that deal?
No.
Or it came even after that?
No, it's not because of my placement. Because if we're going to go by placement, the people who were on the reality show who are no more ambassadors, you know. It boils down to consistency. You know, I might not put out like songs in, maybe I put out one song in January, maybe I put out another song in, let's say, April. Some people drop songs January, February, March. Some people even drop two weeks interval, you know. So for me, it's about quality, it's about giving my fans the best whenever I do. It's about being a humble person. It's not just all about talent. You know, like it's not all. You could be talent. You could be the most talented person, but once your attitude or your behavior is trash, I mean, there are people who would walk away with it, but at the end, when the end comes, it's going to be very catastrophic. You know. So for me, what has kept me is humility. I won't even lie to you. Like, aside the fact that I'm dedicated to what I decide to do, humility is a cheat. Trust me. Like, trust me, bro. Humility will take you to places that your talent can't even. Yeah.
That is one point you need to also write down. That humility will take you to places that your talent cannot take you to. His name is Praiz, all the way from Nigeria. Our brother here on the Real Talk on Showbiz Agenda. One song that is doing very well in Ghana, and I'm sure it is one of the reasons why he's here, is Hustle with our boys. Responses from our people. D-Crime is still here. D-Crime is not gone. He said that, yeah, he's real and exceptional writer, performer and producer. He is a living legend, period. Our massive collabo is coming live. The world will know and hear. Oh, so something with D-Crime already, huh?
Yeah, of course. Long overdue. He's my guy.
Now, let's talk about rivalry in music. Is this also happening in Nigeria?
Yeah. Well, it depends. What would you call rivalry? What would you define as rivalry? Or what example would you...
What on the streets that people call beef, artists dissing each other, fan base coming against each other, and all of that?
I mean, I think it happens everywhere. You know, it happens everywhere. It's left to you to decide what part you want to take. Do you want to invest your energy into envying someone or feeling someone is having a better opportunity than you? So I mean, it's up to people, you know. So it happens in almost every industry.
I believe you are following what is happening to your friend Stonebwoy and Shatta.
I mean, it was trending in Nigeria.
It was even trending in Nigeria.
Yes, it did.
That is after the scheme.
Yeah.
What is your position on that?
To be honest, I'm an advocate of peace, you know, and for all I'll say is for every action there's a reaction. You know, so nothing just happens. For someone to act in a certain way, you know, there must be a reason, you know. But I mean, above all, I mean, I love Stonebwoy as my brother. I love Ghanaian music. That's what's important to me, and I'm happy everyone is safe.
I see. Would you call for a peace, as in maybe even you, where you can come in the middle and say, "Oh, Stonebwoy, my friend, come. Let's call the other partner to also come. Let's trash things out."
You know, but I think if there was going to be peace, I think it would have been done a long time ago. You know, because I mean, like I said, it's up to people. Because if you want to make peace, you will make peace. You know, and sometimes some people don't just want to make peace. You know, so you just leave it that way. I'm serious. Sometimes you just need to just face your own. Let's do what you're doing. Face your business. You know.
I see.
And many times it would come in as like you get to hear things that would tempt you to react in a certain way, you know, like in painful ways, like a lot of sensitive matters, you know. So I mean, it makes people react in a way that they're not supposed to react, you know, because it's too much. It's too much. Like some things shouldn't be said, you know, like. Some things shouldn't be said, some things shouldn't be done, you know, and every patient man has his, you know, so that's the truth.
I see. But some people also have the perception that anytime there is such rivalry and beefing in the music industry, it generates business, it generates buzz, and therefore when it dies, the music industry also dies. You know, what is Praiz's opinion on this?
Well, some people drop music based on such basis, you know, and but personally, I don't think we should build our career on beef, you know, like, cause there's some people, okay, you beef me, I won't even answer you, I'll just look at you, and I'll just keep dropping my own songs that would not even relate to anything you're beefing me about, you know, so I don't think people should base music based on beef, you know.
Now, what happened last Saturday that you said Nigeria, it was even trending in Nigeria? Do you think it is going to have some adverse effects on our music industry with Nigeria markets?
No, never. Never.
Okay.
Never.
Okay.
I don't think it would. I don't think it would. Because you can't just change the love Nigeria has for Ghana. You can't change. You know, like what brother sister nation. You know, it can't change.
I see. You would have to sing for the ladies at least before you leave me, because I know if you don't do that, they are not going to spare me at all. Yeah, if you don't do it, they are not going to spare me at all. So give them some sweet lines with your sweet voice before I know that. Okay, I did the work for them.
What should I give them?
Maybe we were listening to me and you or something.
Okay.
I don't know.
Simpe yo, you're the only one way to make me simpe yo. One day yo, now only you I go carry the yo. Cause any more you they make me go. If I have you no letting go. 9 to 5 just to make that dough. Girl for your hot dog if I kung fu. Any more you the one no. And for your love I go die yo. Baby oh yeah make we do. Paradise not me and you. Baby 1 + 1 now you. Only when you chop at you. Baby yeah make we do. Paradise not me and you. Baby 1 + 1 now you. Only when you chop at you.
Do you have a girlfriend in Ghana yet? I know Chief Abiola has given you like 10. Because Chief himself is a contractor.
See what you have to say.
No, he's a ladies contractor. So Praiz, how many has he given you? Oh, Praiz, let's answer that and close. Our time is up. No, Chief Abiola, he has all the girls.
No, but you know, Ghana has beautiful ladies.
Anytime a Nigerian man says Ghana has beautiful ladies,
me, I cannot lie.
I go like boom.
No, me, I cannot lie.
I know. You don't even look like a liar. You don't even look like someone who can tell lies.
Oh my God.
Because they are listening. I know they are listening, so Praiz cannot pick out one. But there's that special one in Ghana. Obviously, anytime you come, she's the one you hang out with.
I'm actually looking for that special one.
Oh, you are still looking for that special one? So should I activate phone lines for the ladies? Should I open the market up? Should I open up the market right now, because it is possible? I can put Chief Abiola's number out right now. Now, ladies, Praiz is looking for that special one. So get it tight.
What's your consultant fee?
I wouldn't charge much. When I come to Naija, you talk Naira. When I come to Nigeria, we talk Naira. I know. God. Great time with you.
Yes,
great time with you. So
you.
Apart from Sarkodie, Stonebwoy, and D-Crime we just had, are there more collaborations with Ghanaian artists?
Yeah, I mean, Ghana has a lot of amazing and great, interesting musicians. You know, I'm actually feeling Kwesi
Arthur.
Yeah, like I'm feeling his vibe.
Yeah.
And there's this new act Kamido who Kamido.
Yeah. In Ghana.
Yeah.
Hey, then I'm here to hear him.
Forgive me. I know he's new, but I mean, like I listen to his stuff and like I'm really impressed. I'm really impressed because he has that. I mean, you can tell like he's an R&B guy, but he has created that fusion with Afro beat or high life and his own sound, basically. So I mean that he's new. So but I mean like the established guys, I'm feeling Kwesi, I'm feeling I mean King Promise is my boy, like it's my I mean my brother's R2B is doing great.
Is Shatta part of the list?
I mean, like I'm a musician, like if we have a record that he could fit in, I mean we'll do it.
Okay. More business.
Yeah.
I see.
I mean it's the business side of it.
Are you going to have a show in Ghana?
Definitely. I was even talking with Abiola about doing something. I think Tenny was here like a while ago.
And she's coming again.
Oh yeah, so I intend to have like a show. Yeah, like a great, trust me. Like it might not be like an auditorium kind of show, but very intimate but very quality show. You know, I'm more about the quality than noise. Yeah.
And I want to feel you on the live band.
Yes, I know you love it.
I know, even the small you did in the studio without any instrumentation, it was on point. So I just know that when you are with a full set band, it is going to be a fantastic scene. I know. Praiz, talk to the fans. Finally, let's say goodbye to them.
Yes, sir. My people, shout out to all my Ghanaian brothers and sisters. I love you guys. Thanks for the support. And I mean, like, you guys are a great part of my musical journey. And if you want to know more about me or what I'll be dropping soon, where I'll be, you can follow me on my social media. My Instagram is official Praiz, Twitter Praiz8, and Snapchat official Praiz. And you know what's new with me, what I'm dropping soon, when my album drops. And I mean, let's just connect. God bless you guys. I love you all. Man.
God bless you too. And the ladies, don't be slow. He's a fine boy. Thank you so much, Niashli, Mr. Massey, for leading production today. Anthony Sap on his Facebook, Jata, Isaac Adu, GH Weku, DJ Sticker, who knows all the songs of Praiz. Wow, DJ Sticker, he is one like that. Abigail Dogbe, George and Adubrin supporting us in production. And thanks to Jibril from ghkasa.com, Arnold Mesa Levanyo, as well as Dada Havko for the news review segment, and also to Professor Mikey Amua, who was part of the team when we started. Let me also say thank you to our production team, Bawa UC from Expert Link Communication with his boy Q. Q is also here, and the new boy supporting the technical department. I cannot forget about them at all. Let me also say good morning to you, Richard Chibu Bexin, Rich Beck, as well as Emmanuel Frimpong Boache, Nana Frimpong Sarkodie. Thank you so much. So to all my friends who are also celebrating their birthdays today, I'm doing the song at the background. Me and you from Praiz and Sarkodie for you. Even as you dance to this song, know that it is coming from Praiz as well to you. He loves Ghana. We will make sure he will not take more of the girls. Isaac Asante is the CEO of K-Boy Multimedia, doing our production for TV, and Emmanuel RPG also here. My name is Sammy Flex. Tomorrow, let's do the Friday Feeling Radio. That is at 7 a.m. Yeah, the feeling, very radio. I'm out of here.